funny?
In a cosmic sort of way, yes.
Well, Mr. Funny Man, is this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary crabby... Oh my goodness!
August 1st, 2016. The day someone rubbed their feces all over a movie theater screen. That movie was Suicide Squad. An obnoxious glittered cover pile of puke that was an insult to film, comic books, and humanity as a collective whole. Taking one of DC's more gritty and unique titles and spewing out some hot topic pandering mush. This movie feels like a group of rich old guys attempting to be cool and hip with the teens.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
This movie is the equivalent of a kid riding a Razor scooter riding those stupid S symbols on a skate park. Suicide Squad is a cringy attempt at being cool. Cringy dialogue, cringy editing that cannot determine what the movie wants to be, and a very cringy music selection.
It's time to stop!
Every bad action cliche is in this movie. Most of the characters are forgettable and come off as props, and overshadowing them with even worse characters doesn't help either. Anyway, I give Suicide Squad a 2 out of 10. God awful movie, don't see it.
I didn't know there was this much green in the whole galaxy.
Stink!
October 30, 2012. An idiotic man-child in flannel sold his billion-dollar franchise to Disney. From a commercial standpoint, this means big bucks. But from a quality standpoint,
This deal is getting worse all the time.
selling your franchise to Disney pretty much means that they'll take the rich history of it through a meat grinder and turn it into some soulless, artificial, repetitive drool.
Loser! You're a loser!
Case in point, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. It's not bad, but it's not rad. It's mediocre. Episode 7 was good on a visual standpoint. CGI looked nice and the special effects were cool. However, from a creative storytelling standpoint, it's kind of lacking. Certainly the most cookie cutter of the franchise. Most scenes and most dialogue in this film feels like it was a marketing decision rather than anything of any artistic value. Now before you call me pretentious, I get it, it's Star Wars, the most entry-level sci-fi nerd franchise of all time.
Besides the new C-3PO collector's case, there's a new Chewbacca bandolier strap. Pitch over your shoulder for play.
It's not Battlestar Galactica, it's not LOTGH, it's not even Star Trek. It's Star Wars, a franchise that's always been mainstream for the average Joe. From its disco days to its manic Mondays to the year of my unholy birth, Star Wars has always been popular, really popular.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Star Wars is popular, wacky space movies for the average Joe. I've accepted that, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with it. Through good times or bad times, Star Wars as a franchise has proven itself to be capable of artistic value. The average Joe deserves something a little bit more than Episode 7. A morbidly, overly safe skimming of A New Hope.
Yeah! Yeah! And some of these, and some of these. Almost there, and done. Now let's see how it looks so far.
It's like they didn't have enough faith in Star Wars to let the universe expand its mythos, and that they would just rather put all the other movies in a blender, take out the mush, and expect it to be good.
Loser! You're a loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? You're a loser! Well, you shouldn't be, because you are dirt! Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you shouldn't be, because you are dirt!
With no unique plots or no unique characters, why was this movie a movie and not a ride? With its stellar visuals, I could actually see The Force Awakens as a cool, 3D motion simulation ride at Universal or Disney World or whatever happens in this god-awful state. Sure, it was cool that they got the original cast to come back, but the only thing on my mind was, well, they were wasted in a pretty mediocre movie. The new characters, on the other hand, I just didn't care for.
These wounds they will not heal! Fear is how I fall!
As a blockbuster movie, this movie kinda succeeds. It does its job of entertaining the audience for a first-time viewing, okay? However, as a sci-fi movie or a Star Wars movie, it fails. It might be better than the prequels, specifically 1 and 2, but at least I could respect those movies for at least trying to expand the universe, rather than going to Super Weenie Hut Juniors. A fairly respectable franchise is now a whore of a franchise. Star Wars is not a mythos anymore. It's a brand, it's a fad. Star Wars is a big franchise, and I get it, it needs big advertising, and I'm not going to act like Star Wars was ever pure from it.
Died the way he lived. Like a goddamn psychopath.
But in the last couple of years, it's just been obnoxious. And of course, with Force, it became big.
Why doesn't the world die?
I suppose truly people just wanted a mindless, senseless blockbuster, and that's what they got. I give The Force Awakens a 4 out of 10. They made a decent product, but not a decent movie.